All right, guys, so today we're going to take a look at a case company that makes different styles of cases, but all of them that I have tried have not been what I'm looking for in a case. And I'll explain here in a little bit, but today we are taking a look at the Ridge case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, the price on this case ranges from $40 to $75, and of course, all links are down in the description below if you're interested in checking them out. So, taking a look at this case, we do have the tobacco brown leather here, and then we also do have one other style of their case in-house to take a look at. So, here on the front of the packaging says Ridge, the iPhone 17 Pro Max case, tobacco brown leather, you get a picture of the case, and on the back you get a little more information here. Feel free to pause and read that for yourself. But taking it out of the packaging, you get this nice little box here, pull it out, and all you have in the box is your case. So let's go ahead and set this box off to the side over here and take a look at the case. Now, starting off, this is going to be a full grain leather case. So this is going to show, as you guys can see, I already have them a little bit on here, some scratches, nicks, dings, things like that, just from normal use. Now, when you take this case out of the box, it is going to be a little bit slippery. So far, I have been using it for the last few days, and I've started to get a little tiny bit of the finger oils in there to make it a little less slippery, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, like I said, full grain leather here, you do get a polycarbonate camera plateau there. On the inside, some very nice microfiber material, and just taking a look, we do have MagSafe and alignment magnets and two other magnets right here. So basically, this case is going to stick on metal surfaces like your refrigerator, your car, your toolbox, things like that, but it's not extremely strong when it comes to those magnets. So if your phone is on there, sometimes it may slide depending on how magnetic your surface is. So that's just something that I've experienced. But if you're interested, that does end up actually sticking to magnetic surfaces. And going on, like I said, on the inside, that microfiber material. And you get these little ridges going through the case for your drop protection. You do get 8 feet of drop protection here. You do get nice standalone metal buttons on there, and your camera control button right here. Now, those little cutouts or those ridges go all the way around the inside of the case. That way you do get the drop protection. Now, let's go ahead and bring over our scale and our caliper here. And while we're at it, we do have the tobacco brown leather here, and we also have the matte olive case right here. So this one is a polycarbonate back, whereas this one is leather. The rest of the case is exactly the same. Now, it is going to come in a leather, in a polycarbonate back, and also a carbon version. The carbon one is $75. It's the most expensive one. Here we do have the one for $55 and the ones for $40. This one does come in a bunch of other colors we'll talk about. But let's go ahead and turn on the scale here, see what we're working with when it comes to that. So starting off with the leather case, put that on, 51 grams, and then bringing over the regular polycarbonate case, 47 grams. So your leather case is going to be 4 grams heavier. Now it's saying 48 grams. 3 to 4 grams heavier. So that is something to note right there. Then going along with the caliper, front to back on this one, you are looking at 12.8 millimeters with your camera plateau 13.9, and then inside to outside 3.5. And then when you go to the regular one, you have from front to back, you got 12.3. with your camera plateau 13.6, and then inside to outside you are looking at the 3.5 millimeters as well. So these cases are going to be just about the same when it comes to everything except the front to back thickness, of course, because of the different materials they have here. So let's go ahead and bring over that cosmic orange iPhone 17 Pro Max, and we'll put it into the case. Listen for the click. Starting off with the regular one here, we'll put the brown leather off to the side for a second. Starting off here, this is what you're getting. Pretty nice click on there. When you go around the sides, good fit, no complaints there. Your camera control button is a little more loose, and if you hear that, not a big fan of how that sounds, but that's what you get on this case. Going around the rest of your buttons, it is pretty good. Top, bottom are good. Checking out those corners, the one good thing about this case, I almost dropped it, is it does fit tight on here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of these cases are going to have the exact same fit because the sides are identical all the way around. Now, taking a look at that screen and camera protection, let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a wipe down right there. And we are using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you get virtually no screen lip here. So if you are someone who sets their phone down like this, Be very careful is all I can tell you, because you will scratch up your screen if you set it down like this. I would not do it at all. And then you barely get any camera plateau protection there. So again, set this down on only flat surfaces. Of course, you have to set your phone down sometimes. So again, set it down on only flat surfaces and you'll be okay for the most part. And then going around the sides of the case. On the top, you are completely closed. Left-hand side, you have your action button, your volume up and down, and close the rest of the way. These are metal standalone buttons. Let's listen to how they sound. So the buttons are kind of clicky when it comes to these. They don't really protrude out at all. If you see that, they are kind of a little more flush here. They protrude out a little bit, but not much. Then going around the bottom, you have your dot cutouts for your microphone and your speaker, and a pretty nice USB Type-C port, which let me go ahead and bring over a cable here. We'll plug this in, charging, and yeah, most of your thicker head cables should be just fine when it comes to that. And then we move to the right-hand side. And this is one of my biggest issues when it comes to this case, alongside a few other things. But starting off, we do have our camera control button and our power button there. Now, one thing between both of these cases that I have noticed, and I'll bring them both over here. I'll show you guys what it all looks like on the other one. But on this case, both of these, the camera control button is unbelievably easy to press. So much so that I am constantly opening up my camera on this device. And sometimes when you hold it, or you think you're not holding it, but you do, it brings up the Apple Intelligence camera and all that. So that's a huge no-no for me. And I know you can double click your button. You can make it so it double clicks, right? I get it. You can turn it off. I get it. But I have over 200 cases here in my studio for this phone. And not all of them do that. Most of them are perfect when it comes to the camera control button, so I shouldn't have to go adjust my settings just to use a case. That's not what I do, and that's why I give you guys these reviews the way I do, because it's an even playing field. All of the cases have to work the same way. If it's good, it'll allow you to not get any accidental clicks. If it's not, you get something like this where you get a ton of them. And then when it comes to the power button, it is extremely muffled when it comes to both of these cases. So like, you barely feel a click at all. Sometimes you don't even feel the click, and it's just like, almost like just rubbing against the button. So really not a fan of the buttons, honestly, all the way around this case. These buttons are okay, nothing to write home about whatsoever. Way better buttons out there on the market. But these two are terrible, and I would love to see them fixed. And that goes the same for both of these. However, the camera control button is pretty good when you're using it, you know. Go ahead and give it a swipe. It works really well. Everything is fine, no problems, right? We can go ahead and take our usual picture there. Boom, here you go. And it's fine, but it's way, way, way too sensitive. And that's the same on both of these cases. These two buttons are really bad. So that's that. B, thoughts on the Ridge case. How does it feel? How does it perform? Well, first things first, they're both slippery. No matter whether you get the leather, no matter whether you get the matte olive or any of the other polycarbonate, and honestly, even the carbon. I haven't tried the carbon for the iPhone 17 Pro Max, but I cannot imagine that even with, let's say the back is super textured, the sides are still the same and they're very slippery. So that's one thing that you have to note either way. Let's say it's great texture, no problem. But the sides, they are not it. Very slippery. They have a good fit, but it's like a bar of soap in your hands. Then, holding it like this, not a pinky destroyer at all. I like the fit of the case. It fits well, except down here. Well, I mean, come on. Let's try that with the leather case. I lost my words there for a second. Let's try with the leather case. Is that the same issue here? No. So you know what that means? Quality control issues. That's another thing to write off on this case. Quality control issues. Why do both of these, which are the exact same case besides the back of the material, this one squeaks when you put it on with the camera control area, this one does not? That's a problem. Next, the buttons. They suck, right? And let's just be honest. The buttons are bad on this case. The side buttons, when the volume up and down and the action button, fine. They're fine. Nothing great, nothing terrible, just fine. The right side of the case, the action or the power button and the camera control button, terrible on both of these cases. That's another thing. Then, the price. For the price of this case, especially, let's talk about the carbon, $75. Mind you, plenty of other carbon fiber or aramid fiber cases on the market. Plenty of them have a great fit, great screen protection, great camera protection, great buttons, standalone buttons, replaceable buttons, all that. Not it, man. Not it. 75 bucks on that carbon one is crazy. 55 for the leather is right around there with a lot of other leather cases, but a lot of other leather cases. Let's talk about the Nomad Modern leather for a second. That's another case that it has a leather back and TPU sides. It fits better. It has better screen protection, has better camera protection, much better buttons, much better camera control button, and it's right around the same price. So when it comes to that, I am not a huge fan of these cases. They're slippery, the buttons are not good, the fit is fine, but it's squeaky on this one, not on this one, so there's a quality control issue. Corners are fine, all that is fine. Let's test the other thing, and that's gonna be the MagSafe. So we'll start off with the leather one since it's already on the phone, and then we'll test the one on here to see what the difference is. So starting off with our Apple MagSafe wallet, attach that. You are gonna get your animation, and it takes a little bit of movement for that to start coming off. Then Apple MagSafe battery pack, we'll attach that. There you go, we are charging right here. And look, I clicked it. I don't know if you heard it. I clicked the button though, but give it a shake. You're pretty good when it comes to this one. And last but not least, the Anchor 623, attach that. And you're getting some pretty good MagSafe strength on this case. I do have to give it props where it deserves it. You do get some pretty good MagSafe strength when it comes to this case. Your nightstand chargers, car mounts, battery packs, wallets, grips, all that will work just fine. And then let's go ahead and try on the, see, man, I keep clicking the button. Let's go ahead and try on the other one and see how that's gonna work. I've taken so many accidental pictures. I honestly hate this camera control button so much. Like, it has been such a nightmare using this case while I've been testing it to review for you guys, because I had so many accidental pictures. Right before I started recording this video, a little bit before, I had to go through and I was just looking at something in my photos. I had to delete like 6 of those pictures because every time I put it in my pocket, it'll turn on the camera, or it'll turn on the screen, or it'll hold down Siri, or it'll hold down the AI camera. All types of stuff. You guys know where this is going, man. So anyways, there is this one. Let's go. Look at that. That's terrible. There's no click. Barely. Oh, man. Anyways, bringing over the Apple MagSafe wallet. Let's go ahead and attach that. There you go. Animation. And this one you're probably going to get better strength with, honestly, because it's polycarbonate, better for magnetic strength than leather. So that's that. Next, Apple MagSafe battery pack. Dropped it. Oh, I just had the camera open. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you did, but I just had the camera open again because of that. So go ahead, give it a shake, and you're good to go. Oh, geez. All right, that's that. And last but not least, 623. This one is actually even better MagSafe strength. So if you want the best magnetic strength out of them, the carbon might have the best one. This one might be either best or second best, the regular polycarbonate version. And then the leather one is going to have the worst, but not that much different of MagSafe strength than this. So all around, guys, B, do you recommend the Ridge case? I think you guys know the answer, man. No, I don't. I can't. There's not good buttons. The screen protection is not there. The camera protection is barely there. Slippery. Like, it doesn't check almost any boxes of what I'm looking for in a good case, except the fact that it has a good fit. But this one, it squeaks. So it's a bad quality control issue. The buttons are not good. All around, guys, avoid this case. But let me know if you have the Ridge leather case or the Ridge case or any of them. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. And if you don't, let me know. Would you pick one of these up after seeing this review? Make sure you let me know. And if you guys want to see some great cases that are actually worth your money, I'll leave an aramid option right here and a leather option right there.